it's Jenna, your favorite demon starver. I am trying to do more lives. This is me driving home in the morning from work, and usually I jump on TikTok and I go on live with Sober Barbie and Never Alone, Krista and Johnny, but it's a little early for them. So I'm going to go ahead and do my own little thing. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm probably not going to be able to really, pay attention to the comments because I'm driving. And I say a lot. So you guys watch my edited videos and you don't know how many times I say, and because that's how I really talk. I try to make it not so drag ass for the people that are watching it. So today, I never know what I want to talk about. Things just come to me as they come. But I have this thought going through my head. I'm going to make a post, and I'm going to put it on all my social medias, but you guys get to hear it first. I'm going to ask everybody, what is the most insane or unhinged thing that they have had a judge tell them? Because if you're like me, and you've got a criminal record, like most of us addicts do, then you have probably been in front of a judge or two, right? So the craziest thing that I've ever heard, that's a weird light. That's just light coming in from the car. It's reflecting off another car, I think. That's weird. Anyway, whatever. So, I was on 10 years federal probation, right? And I got out of prison. I had a couple of parole not parole, I was not parole, I was on supervised releases with the feds, so they don't do parole, they do probation. And part of my sentence, I had 10 years in and 10 years probation, which you can request to get off probation after 3 successful years if you don't have any violations. Now with the feds, getting off after 3 years is like a cruel joke. That's just not going to happen. You can try, you can go through all the whatever, but after 3 years, you're probably not going to get it. Hi, Barrett. Listen, I'm driving, so if I don't talk to you in the chat, that's what's going on. So I got out of prison, had in the first couple of years, I had like 3 violations, and went to jail a couple times, all drug related. I couldn't pass a UA, and my probation officer finally, my last one, I was looking at 18 months back in prison, but my probation officer allowed me to go to detox and go to rehab, and so I never had to go back to prison, and so that was in 2019. So I got out of prison, had a couple violations, went to rehab. From rehab, I got furloughed because the COVID hit. It was a big nightmare. But during that time, I worked at Feed in Tampa Bay. I got my recovery coach certification, and I started working in treatment. So I got my first probation officer retired. So my second probation officer, after she had been with me about 2 years, she recommended that I ask for early termination. She couldn't ask for me because I had the violation, so her office would not, do that. Okay, fair enough. But she said that if I put in for it, she would back me up. Yay. So she did, and we did. And the judge did not take her word for it, which I thought was very insulting. This is a person that knows me. You can look at my whatever. The judge was like, too little, too late. Nope, it wouldn't let me off early. Okay, so the judge was saying that me being sober and a productive member of society and now a homeowner, and I had gotten married and I did all these things, he was saying that's the bare minimum. Okay, you know what, you're right. Had I not had to overcome a lot of stuff, that would have been the bare minimum. But whatever. So I did my probation, I got probation. But that was, you would think that if anybody could get early termination, it would be me. But no. Okay, fine. Well, somebody else told me they're in treatment, right? And they had been in treatment, got out of treatment. They were on probation at the time, they got out of treatment and had a relapse, they had a probation violation, right? Well, they went straight back into treatment. And probation didn't care. They put him in jail. Came and got him out of treatment, put him in jail. And then the judge had said to him, I don't care that you're in treatment. It's my job to punish you, not rehabilitate you. And I thought that has got to be the most effed up thing you could say to somebody that's trying to get recovery. So my question to you and to everybody on the planet, and I'm going to post it on my other social medias, is what is the most unhinged thing a judge has said to you? Because those couple of things are kind of unhinged, I think. I mean, I'm not a judge. I'm not a judge, and you know, they stay having people lie to them, and I'm not trying to judge the judge, but I feel like that's unhinged. And, you know, Barrett, are you still in here? If anybody's in here, say hi. This is weird for me. This is why I'm nervous to do lives, because I feel like I'm talking to myself, which is kind of okay if I'm doing a video, like one of my book study videos. Don't collude to my answer. I don't know what that means, baby. Are you ever yes, I am a recovered addict. Extraordinaire. I've got 7 years, and I have a channel on YouTube called StarveTheDemon, Recovery by Any Means Necessary. And I do book studies and interviews with people, all different paths of recovery. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I usually, for lives, I go on TikTok and I get in other people's lives. But I've had my YouTube channel now for a year, and it's doing okay for the first year. And I know that I should be doing more lives, and it's kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. So I thought, you know what? I got like a 25-minute ride home from work. I work overnights. Oh, my husband just sent me an audio clip. So I thought, you know what? I'll jump on here. What's the worst that can happen? Nobody shows up. And I just talk to myself. Maybe I'll sing along to the radio. Well, I don't have dinner with anybody but my husband, but that's sweet. You can hang out with me here, or you can check out my Starve the Demon, Recovery by Any Means Necessary YouTube channel. I'm also on Spotify. And you can see all about me. Every day I post something, and I really, my big thing is the interviews with people that are in recovery. I like to tell other people's story and give hope to people that, hey, they did it, you could do it too. And it's not all 12-step people. Some people aren't going to work the steps. So I try to put all different paths of recovery. That's why I call it recovery by any means necessary. I don't care how you get clean, I care that you get clean. And if I can do anything to help that, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm down here in Florida. I'm about to hit I-75, where we drive like it's on the Autobahn, which is better than I-4, because that's like Mad Max. I don't know if any of y'all are in Florida, know the Tampa area. It takes you chances. Anyway, here I go, yay! I'm on the highway, so now I can kick back. I hope I don't get kicked off of TikTok. They restrict my videos when I hit my vape. We're going to see what YouTube does. I like to do stuff and see how much trouble I'm going to get into. So, I like to tell people, and I'm going to make a t-shirt for this. I also have t-shirts on my website, StarveTheDemon.com. Go check that out. I am an Gen X ex-con recovered addict. So kind of come at me and see what happens. But really, I'm very sweet. I'm very loving. I'm kind. I'm just not soft. Listen, I'm going fast, but I'm on a straightaway. So if you guys want to comment, I can glance at it and answer the comments. if I can show you. This is what I see out my window. This beautiful blue sky and beautiful white clouds and all these lovely trees. This is what Florida looks like in the middle of May. Weird food that I like, or what food do I like? Right now, listen, let me tell you, I'll tell you something weird. I am driving, I promise. It's a straightaway. And there are no cars around me. I keep a big distance. I don't let anybody drive in my trunk, and I don't like to be next to anybody. I don't get up anybody's butt. I got plenty of space. I made brownies, the bomb brownies. No sugar, no white flour, made them with black beans and dates, and they are delicious. Because my husband works out, he's all into bodybuilding, he's security guards, he's got to stay big. I mean, he's 55, he's got to stay like in shape, you know. So we eat actually pretty healthy at my house. I make bread with no white flour. I don't use any sugar. I use monk fruit and almond flour and coconut oil instead of flour, sugar, and butter. And it is awesome. I made some Irish soda bread over the weekend. Last week I made some banana bread. I've made zucchini bread. I made pizza crust out of it with like cottage cheese and egg whites. It's amazing. It's amazing. I had no idea you could cook like that. Because I like to bake, but my husband won't eat what I bake because he won't eat flour and sugar. But really, I'm a Southern girl. So if you can batter dip it and deep fry it, I'll eat it. But you know, I have to start, I'm trying to get my girlish figure back so I can start watching it. See, did you see that little Jeep go by me? I don't look at the comments if there's a car next to me, I promise. So anyway, if you guys like me, if you think I'm cute, smart, funny, go subscribe to my Starve the Demon channel. That would help me out a lot. I don't charge for any of my content. I'm hoping someday to have enough followers and views that YouTube will pay me, because I know when I was in early recovery, I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. All the money I did have, I had give to the dope man so he could put his kids to college. So I don't charge for any content. There's no subscription or special content. If you pay money, that doesn't exist. I do have a website where you can buy a t-shirt or buy me a coffee, but I'm trying to get subscribers and views, so YouTube, maybe. I'm not asking you guys for money, but I will ask for your like, subscribe, comment, share, blah, 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 all that stuff. If you watch YouTube, you know how it works. Oh, there's my husband. Hi, baby. Aw, I didn't listen to your audio clip because I'm doing this, and I'm trying not to really read the comments unless I'm on a straightaway with absolutely no cars around me. So the question I had before we started talking about weird food is, what unhinged thing has Judge ever said to you? It's the most unhinged thing I have heard. Aw, thanks, baby. That I've heard thus far is when the judge said to somebody, I don't care that you're in treatment. It's my job to punish you, not rehabilitate you. My AI keeps popping up. I don't feel very pretty. I feel very, I've been at work all night. And I'm lucky to be awake. But I do have my handy dandy caffeinated carbonated water that I get from Walmart, and I love it. They don't pay me any money, but I highly recommend it. It's very refreshing as opposed to a hot cup of coffee on a hot Florida day. That is messed up for the judge to say. You know, but that's the truth of it. You know, there's this lie in America that, oh, you know, jail's for rehabilitation. It is not. You know, I spent 9 months in residential drug addiction program in prison. Can I tell you, I stayed high the whole time. Stayed high the whole time. Did my little 500 hours, got the went back to general population and continued to stay high. But I said the judge isn't supposed to say that. You know, maybe we should give the judge props for being honest. For telling it like it is, not how we wish it was. Because we don't live in the land of should, we live in the land of is. Who's with me? I can't look at the comments right now. I'm going very fast. I'm on I-75. I can't risk it. But it is a beautiful day. My husband has had to buy an air conditioner because my central air freezes up in my house. I mean, it does that. It freezes up. You got to turn it off, let it out, and then it's fine. We get a guy that comes out twice a year. We got a guy. But you know, Florida's hard on air conditioners. It's great, you know, not meant for the weak. And we have a big one that's supposed to be way bigger than we need for our house, but you know, sometimes it's like that. Hey, you're just making like big words. I'm not going to read that because I can tell that you're just typing weird words, dude. You know, are you like playing with your thesaurus? That's not a dinosaur, by the way. It might be. Some of you, if you guys are young, you may not know what a thesaurus is. But all my Gen Xers out there, they know. Where's my Gen X crowd? Oh, I know. They're all at work. Because it's 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning. It was Tuesday when I went to work. So in my little mind's eye, which my husband makes fun of when I say that, in my mind's eye, it's still Tuesday. It's Tuesday when I went to work. It stays Tuesday till I wake up from sleeping after work. When I wake up, it'll be Wednesday, even though technically it's Wednesday right now. So this is really just me practicing being on lives because I'm not used to it, and I didn't prepare really. It's kind of a whim. Like I don't have a script. I don't have a particular topic. I just thought, you know, I'm a funny girl. I'll get on here and situationally funny. Not like I can do stand-up comedy, which I feel is very hard. It takes a lot of practice. I'm situationally funny. If something happens, I can crack a joke about it in the moment. Which is why I'm not great on lives, because it's just me all by my little self. And it's hard to make fun of just me. Oh, this car in front of me, on the back of his window, it says "Bite Me," and it's got a picture of an apple. That's cute. This is why I can't look at my comments. Did you see that? That car just come flying up as I was getting over the middle lane. That's how they do. You gotta have pocket awareness, especially driving in Florida. I'm 2.5 miles away from my exit, but we're doing like almost 80, so 2.5 miles goes quick. I'll try and get in front of this semi and then we'll see what happens. Well, you know what? I'll do this. You guys can. I'm gonna have to set the volume and see what's happening. That's why I can't look at the comments. So if you guys are talking to me right now, I don't know. See, as soon as I need my exit, this is what I get. I get a parking lot right before the exit. Oh, and there's cops up here. Ooh, I'm gonna keep it like that. Maybe you guys can see the... Do you see what I see? It's one of our Florida State Troopers. Let me tell you something. Them boys ain't no joke. I dare you. I double dog dare you to tell that man you a sovereign citizen and you're not going to show your ID or answer questions. I want to see that on Cop Cam on YouTube. We have body cam bingo at my house. What are you going on about, Garrett? Oh, I love the sovereign citizens. When I'm watching YouTube and I hear somebody say, I'm not driving, I'm traveling, I know I got to get my bingo card out. I know it's going to be one of them. Do you guys like it better looking at me or looking at me driving? Seeing my little drive home. It's a nice drive home. You know? This is where I gotta try and not play bumper cars. Because we got people coming down this highway and then we got this exit. Woo, this is how we do it, yo. All the way over, thank you, and bye-bye. And now I have yet another straightaway on my way home. Don't worry, honey, I'm not going to show our house. It's kind of blurry, right, when I do it like that? I'll flip it back to me when we get closer to the house. Because I don't need no stalkers. I got 4 dogs and an armed husband, though, so I'm not too worried about it. This is my little Florida town. It's not bad. I like it. It's quiet. It's pretty clean. It's not a high crime area. A lot of car accidents, though. People can't drive. And we got, what, baby, like 4 Dollar Generals in this little town? It's funny. Can y'all still hear me? Answer me. Look, they're going to pull out, and instead of going to the second lane, they're going to pull out right in front of me and slow the hell down. Why? Why must we do that? Here, I'm going to turn it back on me and see what happens. Hey! So I was listening to, I got a new band at work, and I was able to attach my Bluetooth and listen to Metallica. That was great. Oh, I'm about to pass our church, which I don't actually get to near enough. My husband works on Saturday nights and doesn't come home till Sunday morning, and it's not the easiest thing to get to church on Sunday morning, and our church unfortunately doesn't have Sunday night services, but it does have online. We can watch it on YouTube and we can watch it through the website because we live out here in Florida, which is God's waiting room. So we have a lot of older parishioners that can't get to church. So they post, you can watch online, which I think is pretty awesome. So shout out to Pastor Joey Atkins. What are you rambling about, Garrett? You almost make sense, but I have to read quickly. I'm at a red light. Another mindless task of potential unhinged interference in version instructions. I could break that down, but not while I'm driving. So, explain yourself, young man. Oh, I almost want to put it back on the drive so you can see the pretty bridge and river that we go over. This is not usually what I look like when I'm driving. I usually have the radio cranked up and I'm headbanging and singing along to Metallica. Which is why lives are weird for me. I'm just sitting here like, what do I talk about? What's interesting? I can't really talk about my job. Big truck, big truck, big truck. I have 4 dogs and 2 cats, and they're probably driving my husband nuts right now because they're waiting for me to get home. And when I get home, they're gonna bark like banshees, like I've been gone for 2 years. And they do the same bark if I'm gone for 5 minutes. Y'all know how dogs are. I know one of them is right now putting together a missing poster picture because I've been gone for 12 hours. All right, big truck throwing rocks at me. Listen. So I've run out of things to talk about. Listen, by this time of day, honestly, I have been awake all night. I've been up, I get up at 8 o'clock because I work overnights. And at this point, my brain is like a gray puddle at the base of my skull. So I'm a lot more with it and on point at, say, midnight than I am right now. Because I don't do drugs anymore. So, which did not mean that I was on point then, but I thought I was. You know, nobody moves slower than a meth head in a hurry, and that was me. But I felt on point, and I could stay up for days on end. Now anymore, if I go 12 hours without a nap, it's a miracle. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm 52, if that's because I'm in recovery, if that's because I'm in menopause. It could be any number of things. It could be all those things put together, but there's no chemicals keeping me awake anymore, except for, you know, I drink my coffee, I got my caffeine working for me, but, you know, it's a different world. I live in a whole different world than I used to. And thank you, Jesus. I am so happy, joyous, and free. I am living my best life. I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams because I thought I was going to die in a trailer somewhere, all alone, drunk, high, running from the cops. But no, I get to have a wonderful marriage and 4 dogs and 2 cats that love me and let me feed them every day. Like I always say, I got food in the fridge and money in the bank and cars in the driveway. So I am living large, baby. I got the love of a good man. And, you know, what more can you really ask for? Oh, I got Jesus. Which is really the top thing. That's what makes all the other things possible. Alright, this is usually where I tell my TikTok friends that I gotta go. Because I'm about to hit my driveway. And my driveway is about 3 blocks long of dirt road with a bunch of potholes in it. So, because I live in the boonies. Which is a gift of recovery. I got to choose where we live. We bought this house on purpose. And I don't have an HOA. I don't have a lot rent. I just have property taxes, which doubled over the course of a year. But, you know, they're working on that. We're trying to get rid of homestead property taxes in Florida, which I think is awesome. Let's do that, please. It would be great. governor, so I'm hoping that he can push that through as like his last great act as governor. Would be super cool. So I am going to say goodbye because nobody's saying anything in the chat anyway. And this is how I say goodbye. Love everybody. Let God sort them out. Keep coming back. I'm going to keep coming back. Y'all take deep breaths and have happy thoughts and have a great day. Mwah. Bye.